What is harder to find? Maintaining a relationship or being in a relationship? Which one is harder to?
Maintaining.
Maintaining it,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's really easy to find a relationship. It's not that hard if you want to
Yeah.
be in one.
Especially with social media.
I said I wanted to
Speak
be
for
in one,
yourself.
and no,
Well,
it
finding a
shouldn't.
good
It's hard
You
for
should
it's
know
hard
what
for
you.
me to find relationships.
Why?
For
What do you
sure.
Why?
want?
Huh?
What do you want?
What makes
Uh,
it hard?
What
What
makes
do
it
you
hard?
want from your person?
The dating pool, as people say. You know what I mean, it got pee in it. So you know what I mean, like it's hard to find a good mate that you vibe with, you get along with, and even as as you go on through your relationship and the barriers start to fall, that y'all still, you know what I mean, here with it. That's hard to find in my opinion. You know?
But
Are
I
you?
think that's what we're saying. Like, as hard as it is to even just find someone,
Mhm.
maintaining it with that
I
person
think
is even harder.
once you find that, it should be easy to maintain it though. I don't think a lot of people are finding that, and that's why it's hard to maintain.
That could be true.
Yeah.
Are you keeping your options open? Because, like I said before we started here, I
Mhm.
just looked at the person next to me and was like, "What's up?"
But you were attracted to him.
Yeah, I mean, but I ain't know him from a can of paint. He was just sitting next to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. I mean, he was kind of really not my type. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go for the tradition, what I feel like is my type or who I want to be standing next to me. I'm going to go by vibes and feelings and how this person treats me. So it was like, all right, he's treating me good. So we going to keep going. Keep going. And now we're maintaining it, like we are trying to figure out how to spend time together, how to date times, where are we at with sex and kids and all that. That is all the things that we're trying to maintain while still being individuals and having our own careers and aspirations and goals. So that's why it makes it hard to maintain it because we only got 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just the type where it's like if I see somebody and that's who I feel like that's who I want, it's like that's what it's about to be. Like this is who I have my eyes on and that's who I want. And I don't know, I feel like the world always works out to where we end up crossing each other's paths.
He's
We
like,
speak,
not for
we
me.
wink.
All right, let's go and get into the first part. Is it harder to find or maintain a relationship, man? Going to get into it. Start with you first, Brittany. Talk to us. Let's have a discussion, man. No pressure.
Got you. I think it's harder to find your person. For me, I feel like maintaining won't be so difficult this time around because I'm experienced. First time around, it wasn't really difficult, but I feel like I didn't have my person. I mean, it was challenging, but I feel like had I had my person, had we been more aligned and equally yoked in thoughts and beliefs and a lot of different things, it would have been easier. I think the hardest part is really finding that person. You can meet a lot of people all day long, but it's like finding that sweet spot, that, alignment is what's most challenging.
So finding that sweet spot. What is the sweet spot that you would be looking for?
Well, me in particular, I mean, because it varies per person, but that's a loaded answer. I want someone who I could be myself around. Are you wanting me to deep dive into all of this? Because I will. But I mean, high level, I want someone I can partner with and someone who I'm compatible with. So like, there needs to be attraction. There needs to be some sort of physical attraction. That's not everything because attraction, beauty fades, but there needs to be some type of attraction initially. We need to be able to have a conversation. We need to be able to laugh. We need to have fun. And then once you get beyond all that surface level stuff, we need to, I need that person to be spiritually grounded. I need to know that he lives his life according to a higher calling, a higher being. I need someone who's family oriented. I mean, the list goes on. I could keep going on and on. And like what I found is I'll meet a guy who has some of those qualities, right? And I get you have to weigh the pros and the cons, but I haven't met a guy that has enough of what I'm looking for in order for me to be like, yeah, this is my person. Like, I found my person. So,
Okay, so when you say enough, like what would be enough out of that? You said attraction, somebody to laugh with, have fun with, spiritually grounded, family
mhm.
oriented. Like, what do you? I guess the question I should have probably asked is like, what are your deal breakers, right? And then you could probably easily name those. So then, would everything else be like a non-negotiable?
Yeah, deal breakers are any sort of addiction. If he has like a dependence on alcohol or like drugs, if when he goes out, he's getting drunk all the time and he can't handle himself, or he's getting like, he's got to smoke all day, every day. If he does any type of drug beyond like weed, you know what I mean? So that's a deal breaker for me. What else is a deal breaker? His employment situation. I mean, I know we've had this conversation enough. We've had I'm sorry, y'all. Kink. Anyway, he has to have it's not a certain dollar amount that he has to make, but he has to be employed, and there needs to be consistency in his employment track. So someone who's kind of like all over the place, working in a bunch of different fields and all of that is a red flag for me, because it's a potential sign of instability. So stability is really important. Like, I need someone, I'm going to put forth a certain amount of effort and energy when it comes to my professional life, my finances and everything. I need someone who is not necessarily making the same amount of money, but has the same level of ambition and consistency. I don't want to have a liability on my hands. You know what I mean? Because once you get in a relationship, if this person has a track record of not being able to hold a job, or, you know, they don't know what their career path is, then there are chances that that person might be unemployed. And now that you're in a marriage or some sort of commitment, now as the spouse, you have to kind of pick up that dead weight. And I don't want to put myself in that position. So that is a big deal breaker for me. And a man that has like multiple children's moms. I'm trying not to say baby mamas, but I can't deal with somebody that has multiple like moms in the picture. So
Okay.
that's a lot of different personalities to have to coexist with.